So Kenya, Ruto has been planning to build the church, sindio? So kulikuwa na hii headline and ilikuwa ni second petition filed seeking to stop President Ruto from building church at State House. Advocate Danstan Riziki argues project is unconstitutional and imperils religious harmony. So this is the second advocate because the first advocate ilikuwa ule Levi Munyeri. So joga Levi.
Yeah,
Yes.
Levi. I like his conversations.
Yes. So wewe, do you have a problem with
I think
Ruto building a church?
I think it's a bit spiteful. It's tone deaf. I feel like these guys are moving almost like Mtadu.
Yeah.
I think that's where they've reached, and I think they're doing it with a certain authority of literally Mtadu.
Yeah, Mtadu nini?
And not Mtadu for we're checking the temperature. I think on the back end of the security agencies that they wield, they have enough intel to know these guys won't do shit. And I'm gonna move on to build this church na Mtadu. So I think it's a bit spiteful. Yeah.
It's nini, but now Wajackoyah on the other hand alikuwa anakuwa interviewed anafu akasema the church Ruto is building, I'll destroy it the day I'm sworn in. Watu wataenda huko wavute bangi na tuharibu hiyo kitu. And I remember seeing this statement and a lot of people would think that as an atheist I'd support this, but I don't support it. Anti-religion, I think religion is dangerous, and but I also understand the role that it plays, especially in a country like Kenya, where without religion, I think there'd be chaos.
To hold the hamstrings of society together.
Yes, there'd be chaos. Like people would lose it. Like without religion, if Ruto showed up with a 7 million jacket today, alafu showed up with 6 million watch a few days later, people would lose it. So na understand you. Alafu pia na feel like if you're looking for the vote, Kenyans, you have to reach a certain level where even if you have this thought ili utasema tutatenda kuvuta bangi, when you say that mnatenda kuvuta bangi kwa church, you think you're disrespecting Ruto, but Kenyans think you're disrespecting God. You see the difference. So wewe Wajackoyah?
Wajackoyah disappointed me in the last dispensation because I think he's a paid agitator. He's in the business of agitation. So his game is to always just come with an extreme position to try and balance things. Because now look, guys are mad at this guy building a church, and another guy says let's smoke bang in the church. Automatically it's already balancing. He's balancing the argument by taking it too far on the other side. The same thing happened with the last run-up to the election. So there's these two factions. Guys are bored of them. Third force sounds a bit objective, sounds a bit like a wave of change. And at some point he starts talking about hyena balls. As soon as he talks about hyena balls, able to rudi kwa watu to select between these two. So that's the game he plays. And I think he's
meangalia from your perspective. Yeah, okay.
So I think there's a business model there. Yeah.
Like take people's inaitwa nini? Attention from whatever is happening.
Almost make the original person that you're agitating against team afadhali huyu. Yeah, so I think that's the game he plays, and it's masterful because when you do your research about Wajackoyah, he's a studied man, he's a brilliant guy, he's a former spy, a learned guy. So this is, they're playing high level politics with this whole thing.
Kuzata ukibonga hivyo imenikumbusha Watenge. When you had Watenge was saying that Wajackoyah is the one who received the call set after Uko was murdered, and he had something he was not supposed to hear. Like those days where you had to transfer call from this guy to this guy, and you kupale katikati kutaka kusikiza unasikiza conversation. So he had something that he was not supposed to hear, and that's why he had to help her and go to the States. But I think you're the one who was telling me that he does not even smoke.
I've had people say almost on good authority, and perhaps even him say that he doesn't smoke. Like I said, he's a very learned guy. People forget marijuana si just kuvuta bangi. Kashashamani kashike. No, it's also the whole argument, the deeper argument around marijuana for the longest time was actually hemp.
Yes.
Hemp and hemp capabilities. Hemp is one of the strongest, stronger than normal yarn and normal cotton-based products. But the cotton industry came and bastardized marijuana by making it seem like it's a thing that makes people crazy. Of course, they put some racist connotations where they say that This is what's causing black men to want to rape women,
Yeah.
white women. So the undertone was not even getting high. It was more about hemp products because hemp is superior to cotton by far. But of course, the cotton industry were like, nah, we need to stifle this. So even when Wajackoyah talks about marijuana, for the most part, I've heard him talk about hemp, not. But he'll torture the masses with tutavuta bangi. Maybe, but
so the difference ndio kama maybe mtu aelewi kama mimi, like what's the major?
So hemp is the byproduct of the plant that can be used to make what's the word?
Fabric.
Fabrics and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with the psychotropic or anything. That's so you have a plant that on one hand, if you smoke it, or you can get.
Okay.
So on the flip side, there's hemp, which is a super. There's a word for the textile. What's the word? But yeah.
Okay. Najamua ganani, like a friend of mine, and he runs a perfume shop, and it was fluorescent glam. So the guy is called Ben. Like he once gifted me a weed perfume.
And
like,
then
ukitandika, you feel like you smell like weed.
And then hemp-based products have been proven to help with so many things, joint pains, kids with seizures.
So you nini nakwaga you sijua kina cannabis oil, that's more about hemp than
that's more about the hemp.
Okay, I didn't know that. that. Okay.
So like, but for me, Wajackoyah is just now still being an agent, just on a different level. Because now the conversation has moved to tuwezi vuta bangi kwa kanisa, rather than this guy is building a church in State House.
Yeah. And spending like so much. Alafu still tukistik na Ruto, IPOA says 65 people killed in July protests. So
wow, 65?
And that's IPOA. You understand, IPOA imesafisha rada.
So probably
that means that they are much
double,
more,
triple.
Yeah. Achekiaje? Like, are these numbers normal?
I don't know, because the second the one where the guy locked down the country, I had to work that day. So I'm driving out of my house, I'm trying to shook up Bunyala. I was in uniform. So it's a barricade, and the cop let me, he's like, who's stuck in Dege? So he let me through the barricade, and I joined the road. But when I joined that road near Carrefour Mega, and subsequently Mombasa Road, from the round of Bunyala all the way to Mombasa Road, bro, there was evidence of like running battles. But I never saw this anywhere. I even tried to find it on the internet. I was like, Kwani, when did this happen? Those stones, you could see there's been vurugano between one side and the other. But I think that day, and it's going to sound like a very controversial opinion, that day the guy let his nuts hang and showed, I can control this thing. Because the country's put to a stance. How can you hide protests like that? Like, bro, there was evidence, but there was no evidence at the same time. So I found that very peculiar. And I think he also showed us that he's capable of doing us an emergency, state of emergency, like that.
Yeah,
so...
Because but I also think, ukiniuliza why he's been able to counter these protests is they became too many. I always say that everything creates a pattern. So if you do something, overdo something, I can be able to counter it. So I always go back to last year, June 25th. That was a victory. As it came with a lot of deaths, but it was a victory. Going back to the streets on the 26th and the 27th was ill-informed. And kulikuwa na wasa alikuwa nasema, if Bangladesh can do it, we can do it. No. I always say the religious element in countries like akina Bangladesh, even Sudan, our next door neighbors, is very big. Them, they are ready. Nakwaga sijui ni jana, I don't know what it's called, like heaven. They believe in that. Christians don't believe in that to that level. So they'll always pussyfoot around kitu kama hiyo. Nacheki. But wale wakiamua, you go like, damn, they are 72 and they are naked, I'm going to them. Wacha tuende State House.
And I remember last year around the exact same time I interviewed Ronald Karauri, the MP, I think, of what's it called? What's that area? Kasarani.
Yeah.
It's Kasarani, right? And we talked about protest fatigue.
Yes.
Yeah, at some point you water down the whole message if you're doing it too often. They also learn you. They learn the trends. I look at, for example, let's look at the social media side of things and your friend Obese.
Yes.
even nowadays, I mean, he can post the most radical thing and it's just not getting the same traction
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's overkill.
It's too much like watu alafu yeye pia when people realize that this guy is somewhere in Zambia asking us to die in Kenya nachiki hiyo pia kitu like I want you to join me in the streets, don't ask me to go die na we mwenyewe uko Zambia, you're safe.
But the argument would be for that would be that he's hiding because they want him dead.
Kuja, you have to stand by your shit like if you're not ready siosmaga kama uko ready to pay the ultimate price as they say then you're not ready.
But
why should other people risk
their
for
lives
you?
for you? Yeah, true.
Yeah, because you're the one who's insisting that if they don't go to the streets then they are cowards, then they are like baby boomers and all that bullshit. Yeah.
Ekonene. So nimeinterrupt show kupatia some good news. Are you in the UK? Are you in Canada? Are you in Europe? You know what? Good news. Lemfi imefika jo. So ukiwa masaiza US, ukiwa UK, ukiwa Canada, ukiwa Europe, bado unzabaki umetuma pesa through Lemfi. No sahau Lemfi kupatiaga the best exchange rates na pia ile story ya $20 cashback on your first transaction ile iko equivalent to $100 hiyo bado iko. So unangoja nini jo? Usahau tumia promo code ikonene. Yes? Alafu pia kitu moja na nibamba saizi juu ya Lemfi ni the fact that si lazima ubaki umeseti do kwa your mobile wallet, uzabaki umetransfer do direct from your debit card ikikuja, alafu the exchanges themselves zinakuwaga instant. Alafu saizi pia kitu mushina nikiambia wasi wako US, jua still unzalipa bills za maparo ka uko maju. Unzalipa aje? Cause till numbers na pay bills pia ziko supported na Lemfi. So nangoja nini? Baki umeinstall Lemfi. Yes? Na umesikia vile nimesema US, UK, Canada, Europe. Chukueni Lemfi, chap. Kauko Dubai, masaiza UAE, Lemfi ina come soon. Alafu msisahau jo kutumia promo code ikonene. Unangoja nini? Lemfi, international payments for everyone. Let's go back to the show.
What does term 2 look like though if these guys win?
Because
If this has been term 1 with something to lose, now it is nothing to lose.
that's what I don't know because I even remember listening to that speech that he made on Wednesday and he was talking of people are saying Ruto must go and he's saying my time will come and I'll go
And he's very specific. Sorry to interrupt. He's very cautious around how he says those statements in terms of he never says naweza enda hata hii first term. My time will come is ambiguous. That could be in 24 years.
yes
Yeah, like that time he was like, how do you want me to go? What do you mean how? There's a clear process of how
yeah
how people go.
but power is sweet because even if you see the way Murkomen has been there encouraging them to watuangushe, it shows you how somangani power corrupts, absolute power corrupts
Absolutely,
yeah. And with them I think the amount of money that they're making, because you had those Gachagua allegations
4 trillion.
yeah you had the new ones ilikuwa nasema ati this guy is in business with the husband of the Nike Susan Kihika and they supply every meter in the country ya power. You can try and imagine hizo 2 meters tuko nazo, they supply every meter. Apart from that, what else do they do? Hii fertilizer yote au ndo na supply. Remember pia
All of
come
this
to
allegedly.
construction, yes, come to construction silikuwa inasemekana that Ruto Gachagua wanasema Ruto ndio supply pia steel and everything. So you can try and imagine how rich this guy is. That's why he can be able to afford these
But
watches.
do you think the fallout was philosophical? Because I've had 2 schools of thoughts.
Nah.
Now hear me out. So apparently I think we discussed this.
Yeah.
There's a faction of people in power who, albeit having to benefiting from the power through making sure they make money from businesses that they can influence to make sure they get it,
Yes.
have some level of principle not to eat the whole cake.
Okay.
So apparently there's people who say if I start taking Moaf's land by force because I'm in power, like that's not what we are doing. There's a difference in me making sure I get a tender because I'm in power versus let me get that tender, but also let me take Moaf's business. But also let me take, So there are people who say they also fell out philosophically around how to split the cake, not just the cake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that version is also told. I don't know which is true.
Okay. Because when Ruto is taking the cake, he grabs the whole thing. Like he does not mess around. So I don't know. But still, tukistick na history ya police brutality. Ama?
I wanted to ask, what was your thoughts on George launching his matatu thing?
Of course, I was pissed. I was pissed because, first of all, because of the people who showed up. Like, ni wote mna show up, alafu you tell me the bullshit thing of you're preserving the matatu culture and you have to separate the matatu culture from Nini. The matatu culture has been there. Like, sisi, I always say that sisi upon 80s, tuliona ikianza more than watu wako nao nyinyi mko in your 30s and mko in your, sisi tulionaga like the first times tukiona like ngoma zinaanza kuchezwa kwa mati ilikuwa time ya funk, you remember those?
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew a group called Black Box. Everybody
Of course.
you remember that? Those hizo siku alafu kulikuwa na sijui Ace of Base ama Ace of
She lives a lonely life.
Yes. So
My
that's
dad
what
used to
happened.
jump to those. Yeah.
So that happens and then hip hop ikaanza. So now mathri zika switch from funk to hip hop. So we saw all that gradual shit. For someone to tell me that right now we need Ruto's son to save the matatu culture, I'm like, this shit, according to me, it's even outlived its relevance because the population is too high for us to allow public transport to be in the hands of individuals. Like, public transport needs to have a government structure to make it have, plus the fact that tukiangalizima a long distance, so many accidents happen because three people are trying to reach.
Flouting.
Yes, flouting rules and all that.
For me, it was interesting in that, let's say my mzee, or let's say your mzee was 4 trillion in.
Yes.
Nganya. You know form.
So unajua ni
As in, you guy, I have access to 4 trillion. I like the please put the insert of Gachagua saying 4 trillion. 4 trillion in, you guy, I am just enjoying life. I'll be like, okay, Dad, from what I heard, Mzee is whiling in Kenya, but that's his career path. But through his whiling, I have access to a black card that's unlimited.
Yes.
I'll just be living a fantastic life, traveling the world, enjoying the spoils. Nganya, bro.
I don't know because pia mimushindwa, so maybe kuna watu wata counter argue waseme he's created some jobs because there's no way that matri is making back its money. At the matri itself it's worth 14 million. There's no way it's making back that money. Najua haijalishi how many trips it's going to make, but 14 million, and it's a depreciating asset. You understand, like the main thing in a depreciate and what. So I don't know ile kitu anafanya, but mi vile niliangalia hivyo. But now when you look at the father, and the father is busy wearing a jacket, so now the counter argument can be the father wears shirts 260,000 sindio, and anawea jacket ya like 7 million shillings, alafu belt kuna time ingine I think belt yake iligrabio ilikuwa ya $8,000. Yes, so whatever the father is wearing on a random day is that matatu. So that matatu means nothing to them. You understand? It's like...
It's so inconsequential in terms of scale. Me, as on the flip side, you know the way Kenyan parents, even wealthy parents, were always known to be, of the old guard, were known to be like stingy. Maybe this is a version of that. Like, guys, you don't have direct access to the pot.
Chukua hii milioni.
Kind of thing.
Cheza na ya $1 million. Yeah, I think...
Cause Nganya,
but
bro.
cheze na $1
Me,
million.
I was even unable to go deeper than like into the cracks of what does this mean culturally? Is this tone deaf? Is it me? I was just like, bro, that's your thing.
But remember the sister aliingia kwa matri siku kama leo and watu wakamuignore. Yeah, that where she entered a matri pale, I think was ilikuwa pale Weston.
I see her at the airport all the time, and she all the time.
Yeah, so aliingiaga kwa matri and people didn't ask hawalipie and what, people ignored her, people were not her, and then she got disgusted na nyinyi watu. 2 days later she was spotted in a Bentley. I think ilikuwa ni Bentley, yes, ama Rolls Royce, I think ilikuwa Bentley.
And
no
disrespect to Nganya culture, my producer loves it. He's from Rongai, you know. Yes. I get it, but then us guys are not 4 trillion in.
Yeah. I'd not Nini. Me, if, it's one of those things that I'd get rid of through a very efficient public transport system. Would I kill a lot of jobs? Yes, but would I also create a lot of jobs, very structured jobs with benefits and what? Yes, I would. But I think Nairobi deserves a BRT system. If TZ has a BRT system, we should be having a BRT system.
But your guy has been MIA. I've not seen him for a while, Sakaj.
yeah, ameenda chini ya maji. I think ever since the goons ilibidi aende chini ya maji, and which is good because it made us forget, because remember tuko tunamwona tuko like goon president wa gunzi
gunzi
yeah,
balapo
so,
ichomad
because hata vile umesema hivyo remind someone sent me that gunzi's dude's for number. I think I need to talk to him Oswale, you know. I'd want to know about the goon world, najua like what they are and how much right now they hate
what's the
wanachukia
going
Sifuna.
rate?
Wanachukia Sifuna sana.
I like what Sifuna is doing, man. Whether it's orchestrated for, because if I was a leader of, if I found myself as Baba, where now my hands are tied because I'm getting so much cash from this guy,
Yes.
but I want to fight him at the same time, I'd use my lieutenant, like a guy like Sifuna, to just still make noise, uko nje. With of course the ultimate goal, because the narrative is told that eventually he wants to ruka this guy. Wakiwa short finals to election atamruka, but think about how much money he'd have already made by then. Maybe he's even building a war chest for the next election.
But sasa hii next election atatuzia nini? I think the Raila that people used to love is not the same guy right now. Do you think your love equal?
Plus he's 164 also.
Yeah, so yes, there's that.
Did you see him in his last interview? I mean, age, we're all gonna age. I mean, we all
yeah.
grow old. I'm not above age, but hey, boss is old. What are you offering this next generation?